All right, everybody. Next, we are going to factor the quadratic expression. So we're going to do the opposite of all this and make binomials. Okay? So we will use mathematics this time. First off, we need to see what multiplies to make the C and what adds to make the B. Remember, this is ax squared plus bx plus c. Well, we're looking at the C and the B. So for starters, we do the t-chart. We figure out what we're multiplying to make 40. Multiples of 40 can be found by either thinking about them in your head or using a calculator and dividing the numbers 40 divided by 1, 40 divided by 2, 40 divided by 3. I'll go all the way down to 7. It's a pretty good list. So, and that'll give me the factors. 40 divided by 1 is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. 40 divided by 3 is useless. 40 divided by 4 is 10. 40 divided by 5 is 8. 40 divided by 6, useless. 7, useless. Those are your factors. 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 4 and 10, 5 and 8. Now, I go back to the problem. This is telling me what I'm doing with my factors. I am adding my factors. Yes, that's right. The form, the expression, tells me what I'm doing. No thinking aloud. Knowledge. All right, I am adding. What am I adding to? I'm adding to 13. So let's add. You know how. 41, 22, 14, whoa, 13. My mind or your calculator can do the same thing. So I know 5 and 8. I know not this, right here. When they're adding, you add with 2 pluses or 2 minuses. They're positive. B is my answer. So let's go over that. Multiply to make C, add to make B. This sign tells you that you're adding your factors. This sign tells you what the sign is. The sign is plus. Next. Adding, multiplying. So, t-chart, multiplying to make 16. And I look right here, that's a plus. I am adding. This tells me that my signs will be negative. This is positive, so they're both negatives. There's my x, there's my x. Boom, signs are done. They're both negative because this is adding. Only 2 negatives can give you a positive 16. What are my factors? 16 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16 divided by 1, 16. Divided by 2, 8, 3, useless, 4, 4, done. I cannot make any more factors. Adding to make 8. I'm adding to make 8. This gives me 17. This gives me 10. This gives me 8. Winner, winner. All right. So there's my 2 numbers, 4 and 4. Okay? Ooh. They're the same. Super special. Why do things twice when you can do it once? I guess I did it 3 times. Moving on. T-chart. Multiplying 30. Subtracting to make 7. 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I'm doing this because I'm pretending I'm using a calculator. 30 divided by 1, 30. Divided by 2, 15. Divided by 3, 10. Divided by 4, useless. Divided by 5, 6. Those are all the factors. Subtracting to make 7, this is 29. This is 13. This is 7. And for fun, that's 1. Here we go. Those are my two numbers, 3 and 10. Boom, boom. Subtracting means different signs. This is the sign of my larger number. It is negative. My larger number is 10. 10 here, 3 here. Do you understand? Let's go one more time. This means I am subtracting to make my numbers. Factors are always going to be the same whether you're adding or subtracting. This tells me subtract to make 7. 10 and 3 do that. This is the sign of the larger number. 10 is larger, 10 is negative. Next. T-chart. 45 multiply. I am subtracting. Here we go. Divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 45 divided by 1, 45. Divided by 2, useless. Divided by 3 is 10, 5, 15. 4, useless. 5, 9. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. Useless. Subtracting to make 4. This is 44. This is 12. This is 4. Just to make sure I'm clear, this is 45 minus 1, 15 minus 3, 9 minus 5. There's my 4. Those are my two numbers. Bing, bang, boom. I make my factors. I make my x's. I know it's subtraction, which means I have different signs. I could have done all that before I factored, but I didn't. 9 and 5 are my numbers, so let me look at my first sign. My first sign is a plus. Bigger number is the plus. Bigger number is 9, which makes this 5. Any questions? Ask your teacher.